Good morning. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Ooh, it is a cold, chilly morning. Hello, as you're coming in, please make sure you like and share the video. If you are watching from Facebook, please support us on the Hood Table on YouTube as well. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you to all our newer subscribers. Thank you to all my subscribers, but thank you to all those who have recently subscribed as well to us on YouTube. We are on YouTube as The Hood Table. We're on Facebook, IG, Twitter, Stereo, and we also have our own website, thehoodtable.com. Good morning, everyone. Y'all know I've been up since about 6 o'clock because I was actually supposed to be doing some overtime today. I was supposed to do some overtime yesterday as well, but I could only get like 4 hours in. I was supposed to work 8 hours yesterday, but our system, one of our main system that launches our work, stopped working. So IT has been working on that since yesterday, and I tried again today, and the system's still not working. So I've been on the phone with IT for over an hour. And I was going to discuss this biopic movie of Salt-N-Pepa last night. I mean, tonight. But I'm like, I'm already up. I got my coffee in my system. Um, why not go live and speak to my peeps? So that's what I am doing. So let me know your thoughts. I know a lot of people, including me, was looking forward to, and you know, there's some other shows too that's coming up. On Lifetime. Is one of them? I think is it Mahalia or Wendy Williams? It's all kind of Lifetime biopics coming up. In the in the future, like in the next couple of days or weeks or so. But I was definitely looking forward to watching Salt-N-Pepa, not only because that was part of my era growing up, but they like made history. In a lot of different ways as one of the top female hip hop rap groups. So I was definitely looking forward to watching that biopic movie last night. And I wanted to make sure you guys didn't forget either. So that's why I went live yesterday, like 10 minutes before the show was supposed to start, to remind you guys to watch it because I wanted to discuss it with you. So that's all we're doing this morning. For those who are just waking up and chiming in, I just want to hear your thoughts. If you got a chance to watch the Salt-N-Pepa biopic last night on Lifetime, um, it came on twice last night, and I'm sure it'll come on over and over again, for a minute. And if you got the Lifetime movie app, um, I'm sure it's on there so you can watch it if you happen to miss it. I know one of my subscribers yesterday said she was at her daughter's house in the country and she didn't know if they had the Lifetime channel. So hopefully, I think was that Miss Hogg? I think that was Miss Hogg. Who made that comment in our chat yesterday? So hopefully she got to watch it. But overall, I thought it was good. The actresses uh who played Salt-N-Pepa, I thought did a great job. I know some people were kind of upset with Lifetime, and I wouldn't say they were upset with Lifetime. I think they were more upset with Salt-N-Pepa because they've been having some ongoing issues, beefs for quite some time now, and it mainly stemmed over money that Spinderella said was owed to her. So a lot of people was like, I'm not even going to watch the movie. I'm not going to support the movie because Spinderella was a huge part in the success of Salt-N-Pepa. So a lot of people was claiming that they wasn't even going to watch the movie, but I had to watch the movie because I mean, for one, I do a lot of TV and movie and biopic reviews, so I had to watch the movie so I can give it my own criticism, or my own positive thoughts or points or whatever. But I did think it was good. It didn't show a lot of um Spinderella's life, and if y'all follow Spinderella on, let me go to her Twitter page, because she has stated on her Twitter page, she says she cannot keep silent. So let me go to her page so that I can read to you what she said exactly. Okay, so yesterday, well, actually January 22nd. What's today? The 23rd, 24th? Yeah, today is Sunday the 24th. So this was 2 days ago. Spinderella had posted on her Twitter. She said, "Sorry, but I gotta speak on this Lifetime special. Too often, Black women who have made meaningful contributions in their industry are left out of historical narratives." And it's obvious from her post that she believes that she should have been included a lot more in the story of Salt-N-Pepa. And again, some people agree with her, saying, Spinderella was a part of the legacy. Spinderella was a part of their success. People are disappointed with Lifetime, disappointed with Salt-N-Pepa. Spinderella said there's nothing more unacceptable than a woman being silenced by another woman. It is for this reason I will not be supporting it. So a lot of people were, following Spinderella's lead and not supporting the movie last night. Again, I wanted to get my own take on the movie. Hey, good morning, beautiful. Hey, Carla. Good morning. Rise and shine. If you watched it, Carla, let me know if you got a chance to watch that biopic movie last night of Salt-N-Pepa. Anybody else, if you want to jump on the stream, I can drop the link. I know it's early in the morning, so I know some of y'all are just rolling over. Some of y'all are probably just getting in. From where? Who knows? But I'm gonna drop the link. If anybody wants to chime in, you can click the link that I'm about to put in the chat if you want to jump on the stream with me. You don't have to show your face. I know it's morning time. Usually around this time, I don't show my face either. In my jammies, I got my hair wrapped up. So, but yeah, so you can turn your camera off if you want to jump on the stream. But hold on, let me see. Please click this link to jump on the screen with me. Okay, I meant to do that earlier. I did meant to do that earlier. So if anybody wants to jump on the screen, I always say that, the screen. If anybody wants to jump on the screen with me and discuss or give me their opinions of the biopic movie, you can comment in the chat, or if you want, you can jump on the screen with me if you want. No pressure. But I'm just posting the link on Facebook too, because we are live on Facebook. We are live in our The Hood Table Facebook group, and we are live on my main Facebook page. So I'm putting the StreamYard link in there as well. Okay, so cool. All right, just make sure I'm pasted here. Oh, you said you didn't get a chance to see it. Now, were you a Salt-N-Pepa fan, Carla? I know people who didn't even know the show was coming on. And I guess if you don't watch a lot of TV, or if you don't watch Lifetime a lot, you probably would have missed, that the show was coming on. But heck, I watch a lot of TV. So so that's how I couldn't miss it. But let's see. Okay, I posted the link everywhere. So okay, now on to what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, okay. Yeah. So Spinderella, she's making posts on her Twitter. Her Twitter thread has a lot of her comments regarding the show, regarding the movie, regarding Lifetime, regarding Salt-N-Pepa. She did say that in reflection, she's grateful to have managed to uphold a 30-year career of truly empowering women with her gift against all odds. This will continue in my work and my service. Okay. Now, somebody else. Somebody else. Mm, this coffee is good. Somebody replied to Spin, and they said, I really wish you would stop this. You have soothed them knowing they brought you along. They were a group and had a record deal before you. Perhaps if you learn your place within the group, it wouldn't be like this. Hmm. So how do y'all feel about that comment? Now, somebody else responded to that lady's comment and said, Spin is valuable piece to Salt-N-Pepa. The live shows is what kept them in the game. The songs, the records isn't where the artists back then made their money due to label control and the producer's ownership. Regardless, when they got the deal, the brand was enhanced with Spin. And I agree with that part, but just watching some interviews and reading articles and things like that, we know that Salt-N-Pepa, well, okay, first it was Herbie and, Salt. And then, he or they realized that their voices weren't, compatible with, being a duo, rap duo or whatever. So that's when they sought out another female and they sought out Pep. Well, actually, Pep kind of fell into it when Salt met her at, in college. And they became co-workers and they heard Pep beat bop at work when it was her, Salt, Peppa, Martin Lawrence, Kid and Play, and some other people. And that's crazy because I do think I vaguely remember that learning or hearing about that years ago. And it kind of brought it back to my memory when I was watching this show that a lot of them did work together at that Sears company um, in New York. So a lot of them, were friends and co-workers making minimum wage at Sears, placing telephone calls, trying to get people to get insurance on their appliances and whatnot. That was kind of cool. That was a kind of cool flashback memory that they threw back to some of us. And, for people who didn't already know, that was pretty cool to know, to find out as well. But yeah, so Peppa got brought in. But originally it was a deal between Salt-N-Pepa. Peppa then found out years later that, well, I don't know if it was years later. Well, I believe it was probably years later. That basically they were only getting paid 3% each. Uh, Herbie was getting paid 6%. Salt-N-Pepa was getting paid 6%, but it was split between the two. And Herbie's excuse was because he's doing a lot of the work. He's making the beats or, producing the music, um, setting up the tours, all that kind of stuff, and writing the songs. And Salt-N-Pepa, even though they were the actual performers, he still, felt like he was doing way more than them, even though they were Salt-N-Pepa. They were, the moneymaker. But anywho, so they renegotiated and they won. They renegotiated and they won. But when it comes to Spinderella, Spinderella came. There was an original Spinderella, and I guess she didn't work out. They fired her. They found another Spinderella, um, and hired her. But from what they've been saying for a while now, for years, is that Salt-N-Pepa, they had their own contract. Spin was brought in by Herbie. Salt-N-Pepa had nothing to do with that. They were like, we don't need no DJ. It's like we don't need no DJ. We can, but see back then, that's what it was about. It was the DJs. Like now, I mean, and I don't even remember the last time. Oh my god, the last concert I've been to. Ooh, it's been a minute. I haven't been to any concerts in a long time, and thanks to CV-19, ain't nobody really doing any concerts, performing, touring, or nothing. Because of the pandemic. But back in the day, that's what it was about. It was about the DJs. It was about spinning the records, remixing and all that kind of stuff. And and as far as like in our time now, they usually just put music on overhead, or they might have a DJ to hype the crowd. They might, but usually it's just some music they're playing on the overhead on the speakers. But Spin, she came in, on her own through Herbie, and I guess she they kind of playing off the Salt-N-Pepa name. She was salty regarding how much money she was making compared to how much money the lady was making, and she also complained throughout the years how people would request Salt-N-Pepa to do an interview with them or to invite them somewhere to perform, but they only wanted Salt-N-Pepa because of the simple fact, I mean, as years progress, you don't need to have a DJ at every single performance. You can just pop your CD in the CD player or the MP3 or, whatever. And instead of, Spin coming and or any DJ and bringing all that equipment, so a lot of times they just requested Salt-N-Pepa. Now, was that wrong? Pep said in an interview, she was like, I know you don't want us to do things without you, but we still doing it. We still going. So I guess Spinderella felt like, from the movie and just from articles and just from interviews, from things that Spinderella be posting on her social media page, she was really salty and bent out of shape about it because she felt disregarded, even though she was a big piece of Salt-N-Pepa. And I definitely understand that. But as far as like the money part, like for this remember the reality show? Do y'all remember the reality show? Hold on, let me take a sip of my coffee. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So good. I need to make me some breakfast. Make me some breakfast. Okay. So the reality show um was it basically featured, Salt-N-Pepa. Spinderella made a few appearances. She made a few appearances on the Salt-N-Pepa reality show. That was, let's see, this is 2021. Ooh, that was a long time ago. That was like in 2007. That's when season one premiered. Season two premiered in 2008. So that was 10, 11, 12. That was a while ago, years ago. And it starred Sandra Denton, Pep, and it starred Cheryl, Salt. It didn't really star Spin. Spin was also upset about that. Um, as far as and I really don't I don't want to downplay Spin's part in their history, but she was a DJ. I mean, how can you say that without sounding like you're downplaying her? I mean, I yeah, she made a difference to the group. But she was a DJ. And I just hope that maybe later in time, maybe they can do another movie. Maybe they can do another reality show and focus on all three of the ladies. Because Spin was a big part of their performance, their stage performance. She was a big part in hyping the crowd and, playing their music, their beats, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to take away from what she did, but I don't know if they just focus more on Salt-N-Pepa all through these years with the reality shows, the interviews, the performances, all that kind of stuff. Like Spin was so upset that she sued for royalties. Not only that, but she also claimed that when they was doing the reality show, that she was promised like 1/3 of the money that what they was being paid, and she found out um years later that they had made over $600,000, and she was only offered like 100 something thousand. And then at another point in time where she felt like she wasn't getting paid enough, Salt-N-Pepa, they gave her $1.5 million out of their own money, out of their own contractual money. And they felt like, okay, you're part of us. You were our sus back then, uh, fellow coworker, whatever you want to call it, group member. And so they gave her a $1.5 million out of their own money, out of their own pocketbook, instead of just taking that up with Herbie. But see, the thing about it was, after they let Herbie go and got new management because they won in court there too. You saw how they won in court there too on the Lifetime movie. They had sued Herbie, and I think they should have let Herbie go a long time ago. Oh my God. I was like, so come on. But I can't judge her too badly because a lot of women stay with men who consistently be cheating on them, having kids all outside the relationship and things like that. So, and it was real common back then, real common, especially if you out there as a celebrity. Um, you know, a celebrity figure, you got a man out there in the business, all around all these women, woo woo woo. Hey, it happens. But yeah, I still think they should have left him, regardless of his affairs and all that kind of stuff. I still think they should have left him. Um, and that was crazy because they never really got married. They were just kind of dating, which was probably a good thing because that probably would have been a much more difficult process than just breaking away from him as management or suing him, for money and stuff like that. So that probably was a very good thing, even though she did end up divorcing Gavin as well. And that was like 4 years after, they were together. But okay, back to what I was saying about Spin. So Spin, she just feels like they kept excluding her and they're silencing her. And my thing is, why does she feel silenced? Do you feel like there is something that we should hear? Not saying that her life was unimportant. I'm not saying that, but it seems like it's something a little deeper. And I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but like, was it something that they're trying to keep her from saying? And if that's the case, maybe she should pursue her own movie. Pursue her own movie in the same way Salt-N-Pepa had somebody playing her. The same way they had in Lifetime had somebody playing her. Maybe she could have somebody playing Salt-N-Pepa and focus more on her life and her part that she played in the movie. Now, some people might be like, I ain't watching that. It's just about Spin. She was just a DJ. I would, because I believe there is some tea to be spilt. Some tea to be spilled. And on that note, I'm going to sip some more coffee. hmm hmm So, um, yeah, I think there's some tea to be spilled. I think she should do her own documentary or, something like that. I know she got some books out there and stuff. Um, Matter of fact, she had mentioned on her Twitter that she was in the processes of spinning her memoir. Her memoir. She's in the final stages of writing her memoir, which she said is a personal journey navigating through life, relationships, and the industry that raised her. She said 30 plus years is a lot of content and she's ready to share. and I'm ready to read. Somebody else said to her on her Twitter, they said, "You want a seat at the table, but keep suing them." She said they're not obligated to add you after that. That's a good point there. Span keeps suing them, taking them to court, suing them for more royalties, more money over the years. But she wanted to be included in this lifetime pick. And I think that with all the lawsuits and with the tension and everything, do you really think they could have even worked together on this biopic? Like I can see it being so hectic, so crazy, confusion, fights, arguments. So especially after you've been sued time and time again, or you done sued somebody time and time again that you worked with. So I could see how that could be kind of hard, kind of difficult. And Lifetime probably didn't want to have they probably didn't want to have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So I can see that. But yeah, a lot of people is coming down on Spin. She has support. She has support. Um, but some people is like, hey, be quiet. You don't need nothing else. What you're doing by taking things up with them is wrong. And she should be taking it up with her because her contract was with him. They didn't come in as a group like, okay, like TLC. Like TLC. Like SWV. Like Destiny's Child. Like Escape. All these ladies, all these different groups, they came in as a group. Some people got taken away. Some people got added in. Some people left. Some people come back to the group. Some people some people pass away. And I'm sure their families still get royalties and things like that. Their children, their parents, But usually a group that comes in together, they all make a deal together. They figure out, who gets what percentage. If it's like maybe lead singers or somebody who does, more than what the others do. If somebody plays an instrument, I'm sure they work that out some type of way to try to make it fair. I mean, it's not always fair to begin with because first of all, when you first start out, they don't really be making anything anyway, and what they do get, they usually have to pay it back immediately, like within so much time, because most of the time they're just borrowing money to pay their bills, their cars, their clothes, all that kind of stuff. And it ends up coming back out as soon as they start getting paid. They don't really start making no money for years and years down the road, if they even last that long. So as far as Salt-N-Pepa though, she came in. They didn't even know she was coming in. They weren't part of the contract, part of the deal with her. So why is she continually suing them? Because she claims that they're still making money, they're still touring, they're still getting interviews, paid gigs, reality shows, biopic movies, da 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 da. And she's not being totally included in those deals. So she feels like they're using her she felt like they were using her name when she wasn't really like part of these deals after they broke up. So that's basically what she's upset with, and that's what she's been upset with for some time now. So yeah, she thinks they were wrong for what they did, and including her name um, every time they do something, including her name. She says, "Well, her name shouldn't be included if she's not included in the work." I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But I thought it was pretty cool. Like the actresses, oh my god, the actresses, the dancers, the outfits, the hair. Oh my gosh! Like when they showed Spin, I mean not Spin, but when they showed Pep how her hair got, man, I told y'all a story like a week ago. It's so funny. And y'all who might have tuned in to us that night, I can't remember if it was Friday Night Live. Oh no, 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 no. It was when we played the game, when we had the contest like a week or so ago, and I was giving out free inauguration t-shirts, and I was giving them out, mailing them out to people, to winners. And we played a game called How Well Do You Know Tanya, which is me. And one of the questions was, what age was I when I got a bad uh Jerry curl, and all my long, beautiful hair, I had long, beautiful hair way down my back, had fell out. And it was so funny watching that scene. I mean, it was funny, but not funny, because I can remember I was just like Pep when when her hair fell out, and that lady was doing my hair in her basement. And make it so bad, I had begged and begged and begged and begged and begged my mother for a Jerry curl, because everybody was getting a Jerry curl around that time. And she kept telling me, just wait till I can take you to the person that I go to, which works in a salon. And of course, she charges salon prices. Jerry curls was like the shit back then. So, they weren't too cheap to do. I think my mother paid about $75 or something to get her Jerry curl, professionally done. But I wanted one so bad, and I kept begging her and begging her. And so somebody she knew was like, "Well, I can do it. I know how to do it. I can do her hair for her. She can just come over my house. I got a sink in the basement, a little salon area or whatever." So, and she was gonna only charge my mom like half price or something. And my mom knew the lady, and no shade to the lady, no shade to the lady. I still know her. I'm Facebook friends with the lady's kids. We go way back like four flats. So no hostility or nothing like that against the lady. But it's something I'll never forget. And when my hair had came out, when she was doing my Jerry curl, I was sitting there so excited. I was like, oh God, I was like 11, 12. And she has did my hair, and uh it was all over. The process was all over. It was at the end of the process, and the lady was like washing my hair, and clumps of my hair was just coming out in her hand all over the floor. And she didn't even know how to tell me. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, you guys. My bad. That's my oldest son. He's on his way over. But it's all early in the morning. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so my hair was coming out in clumps, all in her sink, on the floor, everywhere. And she didn't even know how to approach me with it. I got my eyes closed. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this Jerry curl. I'm getting this Jerry curl. Ow. And when I realized that all my hair had came out, I just was screaming. I was crying. I was so distraught. I was embarrassed because I was bald. Like, how you just telling everybody, how you telling everybody, I'm about, like, when a new hairstyle come out, no matter what the hairstyle is, or some new shoes, or some new, back when we was all into really material shit, in high school, Pet Pager, Bow, Guess, Z Cavaricci, all that kind of stuff. And you would tell people ahead of time what you're about to get. So I was telling everybody I'm about to get a Jerry curl. And when I came back to school and I was bald, like, I was literally, I wasn't bald, not like scalp bald, not like brush cut bald. But my hair was real short. And if you ladies, or some of you men probably remember, if you had sisters or a girlfriend or whatever, or a mom who wore those banana clips back in the day, had a banana clip, goes like, you clip it to your hair and you snap it together, child. I didn't even have enough hair to go into a banana clip. That's how short. That's how much of my hair had fell out in that process of that lady giving me a Jerry curl. So again, when I saw that scene of Peppa when she was getting her hair done, I think that was her sister who did her hair, and and I saw her hair fall out. I was like, it just brought back memories again of that time. Oh, I was so sad. And then the thing about it was, it wasn't like it was at a salon. So my mother couldn't even like sue the lady because my hair fell out. She couldn't sue her or nothing. But I did the same thing that Peppa did. Um, Saul has said, how about we do this side and we cut this side and shade this side, and but that's where that little asymmetrical thing was really popular back then, and that was what I did too. When my hair grew back, I still was getting a Jerry curl. This time I was getting it done right. But I was getting a Jerry curl and I had the asymmetrical thing going on. And oh God, it's so cute. I got on Throwback Thursday, one day I'm going to post a picture of my Jerry curl. Um, so you guys can check it out because oh my God, maybe I can find it on Facebook under my photos. But I had an asymmetrical bob, and I had those big red Sally Jesse Raphael glasses that a lot of people used to wear back in the day. Yes, I thought I was cute. hmm Let me see if I can find. I'm scrolling through some pictures now. That's my graduating picture. I could show y'all that one, but I'm trying to look for a bigger one. Yes, everybody had that little asymmetrical thing going on back in the day. But who child? It was a lot of pictures. Yeah, that one I got my cap on for that one. So I'm going to try to let's see. Is it in this one? Oh, I know where I can find the picture. I know where I can find the picture. I just gotta go to my let's see. Let me see. So while I'm still looking for that picture, uh it was crazy. It was crazy when my hair had fell out, and it was so sad, and it was horrible. But again, my hair did eventually grow back. But yeah, so that show brought back a lot of memories. The time I told y'all the story before when I had got spanked. I ain't even gonna call it spank because I call spank when you like whipping on a little kid. That's what I call spanked. But I got my ass whooped. I got my ass whooped when my mother thought that we were when me and my cousin Felicia, and she was on here. Matter of fact, the day we had our contest about a week or so ago, she was on here. She had jumped on the stream yard, and we was talking about how it's just crazy because we was just talking about the Salt-N-Pepa mess a couple of weeks ago too with the song "I'll Take Your Man," and my mother overheard us talking about the lyrics. And I think the reason why I really got a whooping was because of the way we were singing the song. Because you know how Salt-N-Pepa they sing the song, "I'll take your man right out the box," and they like really strong and serious in that song. And me and my cousin was upstairs in my room, and we was up there dragging it out, dancing around the room, yelling, screaming the lyrics and stuff. And we were sounding like really, really serious. And I think that's the main reason why I got my butt whooped. My cousin just got sent home. But I got my butt whooped because my mom was like, "Who the hell, man, you gonna take? You ain't taking nobody, man. Who is she talking about? Who husband? I mean, who girl?" My mom thinking we messing with somebody on the block. Somebody. And then the thing about it was, I'm like, "Mom, come on, Mom. We was young when that song came out. We was young. Like, really? You think we kids?" Ain't nobody thinking about taking nobody's man. But she probably didn't think it was like a man. She probably was thinking, it's just a boy, whatever. Just taking somebody's boyfriend or whatever. But being all religious and whatnot, she didn't think what we were saying, even if it was a song, was appropriate for little church girls. But y'all know how the kids are in church. Be shoot, we might go to church, but most of the just like they say with PKs, preachers' kids, most of the kids in church be the worst kids. True. I ain't gonna say I was the worst, but I had my moments. Mm-mm-mm. I had my moments, child. That thing I can say. Let me see. I'm still trying to find this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm just saving these pics. I found some throwbacks. So yeah, don't be laughing at my pics now when I show y'all my pics because we was young. That was the 90s. You know, it was the 90s and a lot of us we had the crazy hair. Um, Let me see. That's one of them. I'm just going through some throwbacks so I can figure out which ones I want to show you guys. Why is my phone? Uh oh, my son must be here because the ring is showing motion at the front door. Okay, let me see. Throwback, 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 throwback. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, my dog is barking because my son is here. Throwback. Okay, yeah, now we got it going on. Hey, son. What's up?
What's up?
I'm live, but the camera ain't on.
Oh.
You might as well take him outside while you're here. Or get your brother up so he can go outside.
Cameron, wake up. You gonna have to get up and bring him in the house anyway.
Yeah.
Wake up, Cameron. Mom said take the dog out. Hey, Mom.
Huh?
You know you want to get your grandson something? We need a car seat.
I know. I think your girlfriend told me already.
We got the... I don't know if we get a stroller. But yeah, we gotta create it.
No, this is what you need to do. First of all, she needs to register with Walmart, Target, somewhere.
Think you're right.
Baby or registry, and you need to pick everything that y'all want for the baby on the registry. I'll of course do certain things like if you want a car seat and stuff like that because you already got the bed. So yeah, I'm gonna get y'all one of those car seats that you can put in the stroller. But everything else that you think you need, she needs to put on the registry. Yeah, I know you can hear me. Yeah, I had muted you at first, but yeah. But okay, yeah, let me know when she got her registry set up. Cause y'all still got till what, May? January, February, March, April. Y'all, I'm gonna have my first grandbaby. I'm gonna have my first grandbaby in May. And it's gonna be a little boy. A little boy. Little boy. I have a feeling he might look like me though, because my son looks like me. So if his son looks like him, then that means his son looks like me. But anyway, let me show y'all this throwback pic. I just wanted to show y'all this throwback pic, y'all, of me when I was talking about my little jerry curl. That I had a little asymmetrical thing going on. And the Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. Now this picture is old, it's tattered, it got some scratches on it, but you can see it's really me. I'm like a lot skinnier, but it's me. It's me. So let me blow it up a little bit so y'all can see me. Is that big enough? Okay. So this was a little bit after my hair was burnt off by a bad Jerry curl, and it had started growing back, and it had grew back fairly long. It had grew back really long, but then when hey, what's up, Mr. Park 1977? What's up, homie? But then once like ninth, 10th grade came around, I think this is actually I think ninth grade. Yeah, I think this is ninth grade. Eighth into ninth, something like that. So I was probably like 14. But when my hair started growing back, I ended up getting the asymmetrical thing. And it had grew a little bit longer and I had it long on one side, but then I was like, I want it shorter. So I had the back shaved, I had the lines in the back, I had the lines on the side, and I had the Sally Jesse Raphael glasses on. Y'all see some of y'all old heads, y'all remember Sally Jesse Raphael. Y'all remember that talk show. And she had these big old red glasses. And that's what I had on. Big old red glasses. And a matter of fact, I think that was ninth grade or eighth grade because I remember that outfit. I had the overalls. It was shorts. It was some shorts, the overall short set. And then underneath I had a tank top on underneath. It was summertime. It was hot as hell here in Omaha, Nebraska. I remember taking that picture. But yeah, that's one of the pictures. One of the throwbacks. Let me show you guys another one. Let's see. Let me show y'all another one. Uh, okay, here's another one. Oh, this one I look like a little geek. And y'all see the gap in my teeth? Oh, child. I used to hate my gap in my teeth, but I just kind of like was like, what the hell? It's me. Okay, so here's another one. That's when my Jerry Carroll had came back. Now this picture was taken before the last picture. So this picture, when I was telling y'all my curl had grew back, my hair had grew back after that lady messed my hair up and it all fell out like it did with Peppa in the show in the movie. But it had all fell out. This was when it had grown back some. It had grown back. And so this picture must have been, I think this picture must have been like eighth grade. Don't pay attention to my bushy eyebrows and my pimple on my forehead. But that had to be eighth grade. That had to be eighth grade because I cut my hair into the asymmetrical after it had all grew back. So yeah, I had my little Jerry curl going on and everything. And thought I was cute. Thought I was cute. But I'm gonna show y'all one last picture, and this one was from ninth grade. This is also a throwback from ninth grade. This one last picture I'm gonna show y'all. I think it was probably around 10th grade when I actually told my mom I was tired of my little Jerry curl. So yeah, I think it was actually 10th grade. Now this picture that I'm about to show y'all, It was in homeroom class. My teacher is sitting behind me, Mr. Garcia. A lot of y'all who went to South High School remember Mr. Garcia. He was one of the coolest teachers. And if y'all wondering why my head is up like that, it's because I was giving somebody a head nod. You know how you head nod somebody like, what's up? Somebody was taking pictures in the classroom and I was like, what's up? And that's why my head is up there. But I still got my Jerry curl. You can see it a little bit, my hair coming down, my bangs. I had my hair in a ponytail in the back. But I had pretty nice Jerry curl. And as you can see my shirt, I don't know if y'all can tell y'all, but that is Jubbo. That is Jubbo. You can see the label a little bit. Let me see. I was so skinny. I'm trying to focus on the label. You see the label right here? You can't tell what it says. Picture quality back then was not too good. But that's where the Jabot sign was on that shirt. And the jeans that I got on was Jabot too. So yeah, that was probably I want to say maybe that was like the end of ninth grade, probably the end of the ninth grade year. But yeah, so that's a few throwbacks of me in honor of the Salt and Pepper biopic movie. For y'all who came in late, I was just telling people how my hair had burnt off and fell out, like it did with Peppa on the movie that we watched last night on Lifetime. And all my hair came out in clumps and chunks on the floor, and then it grew back. And I had my little asymmetrical.
I'm gonna be back. Put my stuff
that.
Right, right.
Okay, love you. Make sure you turn the alarm on. Hey, no, what you mean? Oh my god.
No,
That TV is going into the kitchen. It's going on the wall.
I'm gonna tell you now.
It's going on the wall. I'm on a show now. I can't be discussing that right now. But it already called the man who's gonna hang up the TV and he gonna put it on the wall above my kitchen table. So that's where that TV is going. And then he's gonna hang up your brother's new TV on his wall. I don't know how he gonna. That's a big ass TV though. All right, love you. Bye. Turn on the alarm. Oh Lord Jesus, my child trying to. You kids, y'all got grown kids that come to the house and be trying to leave with shit. Be trying to leave with shit. We got some new TVs. We got some new TVs, and my son wants one of the older TVs. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to fire a kid, a whole kid. Hey, I'm at a middle of a show right now. Jeez. Okay, the boy done walked out the house and left his keys. Okay. So anyway, yeah, my youngest son got a new TV. And the old TV I'm gonna put in the kitchen, but my oldest son, who just stopped by for a minute, was like, "Let me get that TV." No, you're not getting that TV. I already called. I got dibs on it. I already got dibs on it. That's going in the kitchen. He talking about ain't no room. It's going on the wall. We got plenty of wall in the kitchen. I already called somebody who hangs TVs. He will be out next week, so he can hang that TV, and he's gonna hang the one in my son's room. Man, I'm telling you, Mr. Pock. I mean, when my mother was alive, I used to go like when I first had my kids when I was younger. I was a struggle parent. I was a good parent, not like that, but we struggled financially. And so sometimes my mom would be like, "Come on over, go through the refrigerator, go through the deep freezer," So I'm the same way. If my kid needs something, yeah, you come over and get something out the refrigerator, or I'll cash app you some money, or whatnot. So it's cool though. It's cool though. But yeah. You say you've been through that. He tried to take my TV. Y'all, I swear to God. if I didn't hear him come in and he just came in and chopped it up with my son, because my son, my youngest son, he got a new TV and he got a new bedroom set. So my oldest son used to deliver furniture, so he's gonna help him put his bedroom set together and all that. So my son don't have to pay people to, pay the furniture place to put it together. So anyway, he came over to check out my son's new stuff. And he's like, let me get this old TV. No, you're not getting my old TV. Mm-mm. Sure. Mm-mm. Yeah, TVs are a different story though. I'm like, and I've been wanting a TV in my kitchen. I was gonna buy me a TV in my kitchen. Then my son just one day was like, the other day, Mom, I'm gonna go buy me a new TV. So he went and bought a new TV, and I'm like, well, I'm taking the old one. But anywho, yeah. So, but yeah, as far as those throwback pictures, I hope you enjoy them. Got a little kiki out of them, maybe because I know that was back in the day. I had the old school clothes on, the old school glasses. I had the old school Jerry curl going on. What up, Mario?
What's going on?
Hey. I'm up all early. I woke up early to do some overtime, but our computer systems aren't working. So I was like, let me crawl back into the bed. But then I was like, let me go live and chop it up with my folks real quick. But what you got going on?
Not much, not much. Just getting up myself. Saw you was on. I said, let me jump on here one time.
Well, thanks for jumping on. Yeah, we was just up here discussing that bio movie last night of Salt-N-Pepa. Did you get a chance to watch
I just finished watching it. Actually,
it?
I'm not impressed.
Really? What did you think? Mm.
I I
Okay,
really
why you not impressed? Was it?
I think it's with Lifetime. With Lifetime, you would you would think they would do a better. You giving out showing about real big stars, big names.
Hmm.
You would
Hmm.
do a better to cast people that would do a better job. I mean, the actors they was good, but I think
Hmm.
there could have been some people that would have done it better.
Hmm. I feel you. I feel you. I thought they were good too. Now, do you think that they should have maybe because the people they chose? I don't know if I ever seen them before. Are they like brand new actors or
I
have
believe they
they?
are, except for the guy that played Tretch.
Oh yeah, yeah. I seen
He's
him
been
around.
around.
Hmm.
The Mario Van Peebles, of course, has been around.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Uh, but I just think that, and then I think that they kind of downplayed Spinderella's role with the group, and she was more
Yeah.
into the group than what they said that she was, because she like
Right.
didn't speak at all.
Yep. Yep. And I was talking about that because you I don't know if you follow her on Twitter, but it's all trending. She was very disappointed. I feel like she's been silenced because they didn't include her. Not only did they not include her in this, but they also didn't include her back in the day when they did the reality show. You remember that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
So I agree. They did exclude her, and I was trying to ask the people this morning, like, why do y'all think they did that? Because everybody believes she played a big part in their history. So they just throw her on the back burner because she's a DJ and she wasn't actually running across the stage singing and rapping.
Well, with every group, even the solo artists, there's always some
Hmm.
untold part of it. So
Hmm.
I know from reading and listening to her interviews and stuff that she was a lot more behind the scenes and doing stuff that nobody never really knew that she was doing for that group.
Hmm.
Like their single "Shoot" and "What a Man," she wrote half of that.
Oh wow.
She got writer credits on those. She gets royalty every time that beat is used, every time that they play that song. So,
Hmm.
she had a big part of their group, and I think that her role should have been played a little bit better in this movie.
Yeah, I agree. I did want to see a lot more of her. I know it was called Salt and Pepper, and I know back in the day in '07 when they came out with the reality show on VH1, it was mainly about salt and pepper. But when it came to the movie, I just assumed it would be like Spinderella would be maybe not as big as their storyline, but bigger. I mean, they basically just had her in the background, showed her DJing or hyping up the crowd. And I had also said earlier that I would hope that maybe she could get something started because she's writing a memoir of everything over the last 30 something years, her life, her part in the group.
Mm.
Her book is about to come out on that.
But
So,
Spinderella career took off after Salt and Pepper.
mhm.
So she's done big things. She's living lavish down there in Atlanta. So,
Yeah.
she actually after all of what they did and went through, she actually was able to capitalize on her being because she knew more than just rap.
Mhm.
She knew music. Even though Salt had learned the behind the scenes of it and how to produce and this and that, she had lost her passion for it. And you
Mhm.
seen that in their last album, she kind of lost her passion for
Yeah.
being doing music.
Yeah, she did lose her passion for it, and we saw that in the reality show too. Like, and even when the movie came on last night, like that part where she wanted to get out, and she was just like, "How long are we supposed to do this? Till we 30, 40, 50, 60?" Like, I think it does get to a point where people just not really lose their passion, but I think if they might have been singers, when you singers, it's kind of different,
Well, you
but
know
they were
what? With
rappers.
with
Go ahead.
but see, here's the thing is, and then especially back then, hip hop wasn't even on the music radar. Then nobody
Right.
know what hip hop was, so they was creating a genre of music.
Mhm.
So they didn't nobody really know how to set that up, but the record labels knew exactly what to do. They
Mhm.
knew what they was doing, and they get the same thing as all artists with the
Right.
points on the album. And a lot of artists get messed over, especially new artists. If you don't
Mhm.
learn the backhand side of the business, then you're gonna get screwed over every time. That's why a lot of the artists that you see is still doing in their 40s and 50s, still doing shows, still
Mhm.
trying to do concerts and stuff, and try that's because they're trying to make ends meet. Because your deal, you had a lousy contract with a lousy deal, and you didn't
Yeah.
educate yourself. You thought stardom and fame and all that. That's what you was thinking. You didn't think about, okay, where this money going to? How is this getting paid?
Right. Everybody back in the day was like most people who were hip hop and rappers back in the day, and even R&B. They like was come from not all of them, but some of them came from poverty. So when they saw those, like you saw in the movie when they said $13,000, I did my little calculations because they was making like $5 an hour at Sears. So I did my little
Mm-hmm.
calculations. I was like, for the whole group, that was like $5 an hour for a year. And that was for the
But you
whole
see, you
group
got
if
to
they had
think
to
about it
split.
too. In the '80s,
Hmm.
it was cheaper to live.
Exactly.
So $13,000 in the '80s would go a long way.
Right. But then they had to split it between all three.
But see, that's the whole
So
thing of
that
it. That's
still
why
was
I
like
said,
$5,000 each. That was, I mean, yeah, back then 5,000 was a lot, but though just it wasn't like a whole lot. It wasn't like a whole lot, but it was probably more than they ever seen. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
So sometimes back then, a lot of people did get screwed and played around because they seeing the dollar signs like, oh, I can buy me some new shoes. I need like stop like Pep bought that new car. She had a hole in the floor in her car.
yeah, okay, I saw that. That was
I was
just
cracking up
hilarious.
because I didn't see people like that back in the day with a big old hole in their car on the.
But you know what? That's the thing. That's what I tell some of these guys nowadays because my family came from music. My family did music.
Mhm,
We used to have a family band called Brass Rhythm and Funk. They
mhm.
opened up for Cameo here when Cameo came to Omaha.
Oh
But
wow!
the thing of it is you got to watch out for what's going on the back end. You got to have somebody there that's going to tell everybody in the group or everybody that's on your team to know what's going on. Because if you
Right.
don't know what you're going to have to pay back a record label for doing this and doing that, or what you're going to have to pay for. You're basically, you pay for your own tour, you pay for all your videos, all your production, everything that the label spits money out to pay for your tours, your albums, your recording, all that stuff gets recouped back to them. They
Hmm.
take that right out. So when all that money and them royalties started coming in, they cut right off the top for what you owe them for their studio time,
Exactly.
your production, your tour. So you need to minimize that.
Hmm. Hmm. And that happened a lot back then. I don't know how often it happens now, because of everything that we done seen over the years in the industry. Like a lot of people are a lot, I would hope, are a lot wiser now and have their lawyers, attorneys, accountants, and all that instead of their family members and their homies, you know, taking care of their money and all that kind of stuff. But then, like I was saying earlier, they don't really do what they did back then. It's not a lot of touring because everything can be downloaded, everything can be accessed on the
Yeah.
computer, things like that. So I don't know how that works anymore. I don't know how people who still sing and rap even make money these days
Well,
because
see,
nobody's buying like.
today it's everything is so digital now.
Hmm.
But see now you what you do is, and and I just learned this last night. And I was talking
Hmm.
to one of my club sisters, and I was humming a little bit, and she was like, "Can you sing?" I was like, "Yeah, I sing a little bit." And she was telling me about, well, let's get you registered on ASCAP because I write as well. And I was like,
Hmm.
"What you mean?" And she was like, "If you register your music on ASCAP, no matter if it's just like in your video, if it's viewed, they don't even gotta listen to your music. If they view it, put it on mute, they play it. Every time somebody listens to it, you get paid for it, and that's
Oh
where they're
wow.
getting their money at. But see, that goes to the songwriter
Hmm.
because ASCAP is for songwriters. So, and if you write a song, let's say you wrote a song right now, and you sold this song to an artist.
Hmm.
But that song is registered under your name for ASCAP. So every time that song is sung, every time that song is bought, every time somebody downloads this song, every time somebody views the video for this song, you get money. And that's what, just like with same thing with like Spotify, Apple Music. Every
Yeah,
time
Apple
somebody
Music.
download it, you get money, and that's how they're making their money because with COVID, all concerts was pretty much canceled last year.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
got venue restrictions now going on. So with the venue restrictions, it's not really much you can do for a concert because like here, we've had a few events, but it's still been limited. You can't really make no money off of
Right.
that.
And I've been
The cost
avoiding
of the venue.
all events. I've been avoiding everything, avoiding parties, baby showers. I'm like, shoot, I'm going to have a baby shower for my sons. It's going to be a small social, gathering. We're going to do a virtual baby shower or whatnot. But other than that, I haven't been going to anything. But what do you think about the Essence Festival? Because they still having an Essence Festival. And I was thinking like, really?
I ain't where they having it at this year.
I don't know where they having it at, but don't they normally have it in the same spot?
Elvis, it
And I thought
depends
it was
on
always in
it's
is it Georgia? Not
some it's
Georgia. Is it
no
Louisiana?
it
New
goes.
Orleans. New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans.
Well, see, New Orleans has one, but they also have one in Florida. They go to the Bahamas. They switch it off every now and then.
Oh, well, let me check it out real quick. I'm going to just type it in real quick. 2021 Essence. Because I saw it on TV the other day, the commercials, and I was like, what? They still having the festival? But yeah, it says on here, I'm on the site right now, and it does say New Orleans. And it's going to be July 1st through July 5th.
But is it gonna be depending on, like you said, depending on COVID restrictions? A lot of things like, I'm a biker, so we have a
Hmm.
national bikers roundup where all the bike clubs get together in
Hmm.
one city. So this year, like last year's bikers roundup, we canceled because of COVID. So
Hmm.
this year we have it scheduled, but depending on what that state's and that city's regulation is depends on if it's going to be canceled again. So a lot of places is scheduling it, but
Hmm.
depending on what these new COVID numbers is going to be around the time of the event, depends on if it's
Right.
going to go down or not.
Yeah, I was
But
wondering about.
also a lot of them is doing the digital ones. Like this last award show, some award show I watched was a digital award. They had a production crew there, but there was no audience,
Hmm.
and the artist that performed on stage or presented an award. Everybody was separated, and that was the only person on stage, and but there was no big major audience like it normally is at an award show.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody else is trying to come up in the background, but I can't tell who it is. So I'm gonna throw up my little precautionary picture just in case it's a troll because we had somebody streak butt naked across the dang thing like a
Are you
week or so ago.
serious?
Well, it was a video recording. It wasn't like they were live doing it. It's a video recording that I didn't see on other people's platforms. Trolls post up, but so let me see who it is. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I am doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
Sterling Young.
Sterling Young?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on, Sterling?
Nothing. No, doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Are you new here to the platform? I don't recognize your name.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm new here. Yeah.
Okay, so what did you want to speak on?
About the topic you said, the Salt-N-Pepa movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what do you have to say about the movie?
I feel like it was definitely okay movie. Especially, but I feel like it should be Spinnerella should have been on that movie. You know, I don't like what they did because I feel like they should. I want to know what's her side of the story as well. I want to know all three side of the story, just like a half story about Saul and Pepper. I want to know about Spinnerella, like what's her life, what's her downfall, what she had to overcome,
Mm,
come, come in that movie. So I don't like what they did. So.
I agree. I agree. Oh, Mario, could you turn your background music down a little
Me
bit?
too. Dude, you killing me with the music, dude. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. You know how they be like trying to copyright and
Okay.
all that kind of stuff on videos. But yeah, they do that on YouTube too.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of people feel like they wanted to know a little bit more about Spin. And that's one of the reasons why I want to buy her book, her memoir that's going to be coming out soon. She said it's going to be over 30, 35 years of events and uh, things that she went through with the group and her family and her own life and things like that. Because I think it would be interesting to see how she um, dealt with being in the group or being excluded, as she say, or silenced, as she says, from the group. So, do you guys think that you would check out her book as well when it comes out?
I
Yes,
definitely will.
definitely, I will. Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, me too. Me too. We might have to do a little review when her book come out. Do a little review on that. But yeah, that's what's up. Well, thank you for chiming in this morning, S Young. I don't know if you're new to the hood table or if you just happen to see us go live this morning, but I appreciate you for jumping on and giving me your commentary on what you thought about the show.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
You welcome, and you have a wonderful day.
Mm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He sounds familiar. I think I know him. He sounds really familiar. But yeah, thanks for jumping on, you guys. I know it's early, it's 9:01. I don't know if our systems are back up for work. Man, see, they hating on my money. They hating on my money. I was trying to get some overtime today. Uh but but and matter of fact, they had it where we were supposed to be getting an incentive. Like if you worked 8 hours of overtime yesterday, if you worked 8 hours of overtime today, you would get your overtime pay plus extra $100 on top of your 8 hours of overtime. So I would have made like 16 overtime hour pay this weekend plus $200 more on top of that. And but the system's been down all weekend. Yesterday I only got in 4 hours before the system crashed. So for 4 hours I'll just get my regular pay. I mean my overtime pay, and I'll get $50 extra. But if I would have worked the whole 8 yesterday, I would have got $100 extra. So same thing, the same deal was on today. And somebody else hit me up. They DM me from work because everybody's working from home. And they were like, man, the system's not down, man. I'm trying to make me some cash, some overtime, and the system's down. And I'm like, yeah, ain't this shit. The weekend they give an incentive. Like, that's love, man. That's love. Like on Martin Luther King Day, anybody who worked on Martin Luther King Day, if you worked either 4 hours or 8 hours, you got an incentive. If you work 4 hours, you would get your double time and a half for working a holiday, plus $250 on top of that. And if you worked 8 hours on Martin Luther King Day, you would get your double time and a half for 8 hours, plus $500 extra to work on MLK Day. And I worked every bit of 8 hours and 4 minutes on Martin Luther King Day. I didn't even take no lunch. I was just like work straight through. So I get my little $500 extra dollars. But yeah, so I guess it ain't going down this weekend. I don't know. I think it's a inside job. Like how you gonna offer us a incentive to work this weekend? I get up early in the morning. The system been down all weekend, like all weekend. But anyway, I just checked again and it's still not working. And the thing about it is, it's an app that processes our work or launches our work from the computer system, and is not launching our work. It like tries to open our work up, and then it just shuts down. So yeah, it really sucks. It really sucks. But oh well, I tried. They can't say I didn't try. That I didn't attempt to take one for the team and work overtime this weekend. I'm about to get me some breakfast. I'm about to refill my coffee cup. And I'm about to hop back in this little bed of mine after I eat me a little breakfast, and I don't know, chill out for the rest of the day, I suppose. I suppose. So on that note, everybody, I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Um I know some of y'all is getting ready for the weekend, getting your clothes lined up if you have to go out and go to an actual work site, getting the kids ready for school. I know our kids are back in school. I know it's like that in a lot of other places. The kids are back in school. So I wish you all a great, successful, wonderful week. Um, and be safe, be blessed. As always, remain vigilant. And don't forget, keep it hood. Make sure you like and share the video, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. I'm out to all my hoodies. Bye.